Um, hey everybody, I should be live now, and I'm playing this with my fiance. Honey, should I put the difficulty level on a casual, or should I just keep it at normal for you?
I don't mind.
I mean, you're the one that's gonna be doing the fighting, so... Alright, I'll keep him on normal for now.
Any deaths are not your fault, they are mine.
Yeah, I'm very bad at the combat side of this game, so my fiance has been desperate for me to actually get through the first game finally. So he's decided he's gonna do the combat, I'm gonna do all of the talking for the two of us, which sounds about right. I kid. Do you want to grab your other pillow? I hesitate to say what we normally call it.
Yeah.
Are you okay with me saying what it is? It's not just a pillow. A couple of years ago for Christmas, when Max was really getting back into Mass Effect again, I bought him a Garrus body pillow. And we just casually refer to it as his boyfriend. Auto level up for squad and player, you said you prefer, yeah?
Just for the squad.
Oh, for squad. Level scaling... classic or legendary? Subtitles on, and... power save squad power usage defensive, and autosave on, yeah? Alrighty.
Because that thing is notorious for crushing it randomly.
Yeah. We started playing the other day, and I got up to nearly where I was the last time I managed to play this.
Well, what about Shepard?
But then we
Earthborn,
realized
but
because it was
no
on
record of
his
her
account
family.
on the PlayStation,
Doesn't
I
have
couldn't
one.
stream,
She was raised on the streets. Learn to look out for
so I'm
herself.
starting over again.
She saw her whole unit die on a cruise.
Which
She
is
could
good
have some serious
because
emotional
I have
scars.
serious memory issues, so it's good to start
Every
again.
soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Being as clumsy as me right now. I'm gonna get the stream up on my phone just in case.
Do you want to make sure the microphone...
Yes, I do. That's one of the reasons I was like, maybe I should take a look.
The Arcturus Prime relay's in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Okay, the sound of the game is way louder than I am, but I think that might be because I had the microphone
We are
away from my
connected.
face.
Calculating transit mass and destination. Relay is hot,
okay.
acquiring approach vector.
Yeah.
All stations secure for transit.
You have one viewer, and I believe that it's me. I was about to say.
Board is green. Approach run has begun.
I wish there was more hair options for this.
Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Are there other hair options in the second game?
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emission sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him?
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Okay, options. Oh, that's not what I've. Pardon me. Okay, hopefully now I will actually be able to be heard properly. I will actually be able to be heard properly. I can hear the echo. Okay. This seems a bit better.
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged right along with him.
Do you think you could turn the TV itself up for me a bit, though? Because I think it's only on 10.
Yeah,
Thank you.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
That's better. Thank you,
yeah,
hun.
otherwise I get agitated.
I think that's the most like the way that I'm trying to word it is gonna sound awful. So
congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run.
I'm not
you heading
word
down
it
to
that
see
way.
the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust Arturian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
I really wish that they had added an option for non-binary pronouns in this game, but oh well. Maybe in the new one. Because isn't there another one that they're working on?
It's not going to be released for ages though.
Oh no, I know that.
And knowing how video games tend to go, it's probably going to be like a PS7 exclusive.
Yeah, possibly.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks, too. Plus, there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
I had just muted myself while I was finishing my food.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, ma'am. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family.
Fuck
my grandfather
you too,
fought
then.
in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Info's on a need-to-know basis, Presley. Just follow the orders you're given.
Understood, Commander.
Sometimes what I want to say is being said, but in the completely wrong tone.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds. Just like you on a cruise.
I try not to think about it, Kuz.
Sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to offend you. I respect what you did there. We all do.
Let's not dwell on the past, Commander. Was there something else you needed?
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when When I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
He sounds like some of the lads that I went to high school with who were just so eager to join the army and, like, get into a real fight and like he says, see some real action, and then what they found was not what they were expecting. And it just traumatized the fuck out of them.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
Honestly, it makes me wonder why guys that are that reckless and that eager for a fight are allowed into the army, because surely something ending in bloodshed should be the last thing that people want when things can be resolved in a different way.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
If you've got something to say, just say it.
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
That's kind of obvious.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
I don't like being kept in the dark, Captain.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their
I find it interesting how most aliens in media tend to think of us as both
the beacon's not the only reason
underdeveloped
I'm here,
and not a
Nihilus
threat,
wants
but
to
also
see you
too
in action,
dangerous at the same time.
He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
I like how you see just enough of Nihilus's character to give a shit about him in the very start of this game, and then it all goes downhill.
What do you know about the Protheans?
God, my laugh is so doofy today.
They were
I'm
a
too tired
technologically
to
advanced
laugh
species that
properly.
ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
Excuse me, I'm choking.
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
God, that thing looks terrifying.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems.
I believe I will have to pass it over to
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
He can count this.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secure.
What the hell? This place got hit hard, Commander.
In real life or in the game?
Keep your guard up.
Oh God.
I was gonna say it's not that bright in the game, but yes. We are having a heat wave and the sun is glaring right now.
Ripped right through his shields. You're out of chance.
He deserves a burial, but later.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
As much as I would love to do the dignity of giving him a burial right now, don't really want to die in the process.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
What are those things?
They're a type of fauna that live on this planet. I did not mean to kill that one.
Oops. Well, it just kind of bumped into you and popped. Oh. That's what it looked... There, that's what it looked like happened to me, anyway. As soon as we can get the racist bitch off of our team, we will. Did you just say crunchy?
Yes. I feel like I'm dating a Christmas.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yes.
I thought you were talking about the body on the spike.
No.
I was like, that's morbid.
Hair on my tongue. Oh my god.
You got cat hair in your mouth again.
Yes.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Are you okay?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
What happened to your unit?
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
Don't blame yourself.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, ma'am. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Join us.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
Investigate. Geth.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile.
Earlier, shouldn't you? Oh well,
after that,
we
they
both
just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out!
There you go. You can have that back.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
After we've gotten through this fight, are you heading into your room to continue your work? Okay. In that case, what I'll do is I'll get myself up to where we were on our previous game, at the Citadel, while you're through there. And then I'll have me bath and get dinner started. And then we can continue playing later.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
Pardon you. Any survivors?
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Remember the first time I played this game, I got so fucking confused because I didn't know where the hell to go. I couldn't see the ramp.
Yeah.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
I mean, you know I did the same thing.
Keep your guard up.
I was actually saying when we were playing this yesterday, didn't I? How these guys kind of look similar to the design for the old synths in Fallout 4. I have no doubt that certain aspects of Fallout have been inspired by Mass Effect and vice versa. But yeah, sometimes to me the husks, that's what they're called, right? They look very similar to Nick Valentine to me sometimes. mean, they've both been around for a while.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
Mass Effect 1 came out originally.
How did you know I was about to ask that?
Which is kind of ironic because that's also the year that my Transformers phase really kicked off.
Yeah, because wasn't that when the first Transformers movie?
And Charles took me to see it like the month it was released.
Yeah, and then like 2 years later, me and you went to go and see the second one, didn't we? Yeah. Who are you?
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm Dr.
Warren.
Warren.
Change my mind, but
I was in charge of this excavation. We hid in the shed during the attack. They must have come for the beacon. Luckily, it wasn't here. It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers. Bringers of darkness. Heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
Can you tell me anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
I am not going to threaten this
Williams,
man.
Take us to the spaceport.
I can shut him up. Smack is probably what was going to happen.
Night is
I
falling.
might have done that
the
in
darkness
my
of eternity.
campaign.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down.
I can't
You'll
remember
feel better
anymore.
once the medication kicks in.
Alright, there you go. Kitten sneezing.
I'll dog sneeze next time. Try to anyway.
That's just gonna end up in a bleh.
Saren. Nihilus.
Good God, his eyes.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Something that I'm wondering is, why does nobody question the bloody wires that he's got coming out of his body? Or has he just had them for so long that nobody bothers anymore?
You know what's really cool that I only recently noticed?
Yeah.
The smoke that comes off that thing is
Oh, that's interesting. You mean when it's not in like its liquid? Yeah.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
You need to be more careful.
Sneaking up on us like that nearly got you killed.
I am sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
Tell me what happened.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
What about the beacon?
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
The Geth didn't find you?
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the
Sitting
crates?
here dictating to you
They
instead
never
of
had
just
a chance.
taking hold of the remote.
I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
Lucky
if you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
Don't blame you, mate.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform. Thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform.
Excuse me,
Hard
that
to believe
hurt.
that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Oop, just... Right. He dropped the remote and accidentally caused the characters to draw their weapons. Happy accident. Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as when I tried to play Fallout the other night. But I think it's because Fallout is, color palette wise, a bit of a darker game. I mean, Fallout 4 is still not as dark color palette wise as the other games, but still. Also, a lot more of it takes place at night. For dinner, should I run to the corner shop and get some noodles to have with it as well? Because I feel like a little bit of chicken with the stir-fried veggies is good, but it's not going to be quite enough. Also, it means we're well underneath our minimum for calorie intake, so... Because yeah, 1,100 isn't quite enough for the body's basic functions. Are you bothered about any particular flavour or type? Just as long as it goes with the garlic butter that I'm using for the veggies. I need to do extra garlic.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down!
If only disarming the bombs was a bit more like picking locks or hacking things in Fallout.
What?
Just imagine there'd be a lot of people who would end up dying in the start of the game because they failed to deactivate one of the bombs.
Come on out of hiding, you fucking coward.
There's the one who was also hiding. Forget that there was one there. I keep wanting to tell you to loot the bodies, and it's like, oh yeah, you can't do that in this game. Can people tell that I've been Fallout brain rotted for the last like 2 years? 2.5, 3. When did I start playing Fallout 4? Because I do not remember.
Are really taking your fucking beating.
It was 6 years ago when I started playing on my computer, but then it kept on crashing after I
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
2 years since I started playing Fallout 4 regularly on the PlayStation.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it. It's too
Yeah. Like it's a little too quiet. Until, you know, the beacon visions. I guess I'm earning trophies now.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Not entirely sure if the red lighting is meant to be diegetic or not.
Must be eliminated.
Just no comment from you on that. Okay. I don't even know if I used the term diegetic correctly there, but like, you guys know what I mean.
Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Can't not hear Huskler.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Someone's brain rotting on his cartoon boyfriend.
Yeah. Which is funny because this is where I first heard Keith David.
Yeah, whereas I had heard him first, to my knowledge, was as, I can't remember which one came first, actually, whether it was The Princess and the Frog. Whether it was The Princess and the Frog, or his part as Flame King in Adventure Time. I think it was the Frog Princess. The Princess and the Frog, I mean. Because, I think The Princess and the Frog was 2009, and Adventure Time didn't start until 2010.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Not to mention the fact that Flame King wasn't even introduced until I think season 4, season 3 or season 4.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's
are you
Saren,
heading in your
that
room
other
now?
Turian. Saren's a Spectre.
Thought so.
One of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous. And he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
I need to take my antihistamines before I start joking.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel.
I don't know why I thought
We should be getting close.
An audience with the king.
Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
So I'm convinced Sparatus... Is it Sparatus or something else?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
The Councillor probably thinks himself a king.
Could you do me a favor and pass me a can of pop while you're up?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I figured that you would be grabbing a drink before you're heading to your room anyway. Oh, you just having that? Yeah. Fair enough. My throat is killing me today. What the hell? If taking this antihistamine stops my itchy throat, I may need to speak to the doctor about how bad my hay fever allergy is getting. I'll repeat myself when you come back through.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander. Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. Doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there.
Just
you did everything right. It was just bad luck. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another.
I was saying if my itchy throat stops after the antihistamines I just took kick in, then I'm gonna need to speak to my doctor about my allergies because it's getting quite bad.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I never met my parents. If they wanted to see me, they'd have contacted me after that mess a few years back.
Oh, that's right, a Coos. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
That's the direction I just came from. Sorry, honey?
I do not want
Try again?
do not want leather sticking to my back.
Oh, no.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined.
No
But
shit.
humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Sounds like the symptoms I regularly deal with. I don't know about severe mental disabilities, because that could mean a lot of different things, but like, when my fibromyalgia and my connective tissue disorder is screwing me up, it is impossible to think straight or do basic tasks.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah, everyone has been telling me that. For the people who could not hear my fiance, he was just telling me that I need to talk to Joker whenever I get the chance to in this game. And yeah, cause doesn't everyone is saying that he's got a brittle bone disease, which my friend Lulu has as well, which is interesting.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
I'm saying that yet. I very much plan on getting rid of her from the team as soon as I'm able to. Okay, which direction am I supposed to be heading in? I always get turned around in these games, no matter how straightforward where I'm supposed to be going is. I somehow get lost. I mean, I guess that's just kind of part of dealing with brain fog. And this is where I just came from again. Why am I... Can my brain fog stop fogging, please?
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Speaking of the devil...
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer
Hello
money at
there.
work.
Hello, Marcus. I will warn you, a majority of my playthroughs on any game tends to be me getting lost. So, just a heads up.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Though it's probably a bit late, on Eden Prime, just after Saren kills Nihilus, we deal with the Geth. After that cutscene, take a right and you'll find an unlockable door. That door has the rest
is an
of Hell's
outrage!
Brew inside.
The Council
It
would
is,
step in if the Geth attacked a
a
Turian
bit
colony!
late for that, but I will try that in another
The
playthrough
Turians
later
don't
on,
found
so thank you
colonies
for
on the
letting me
borders
know
of the
that.
Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security
I'm
is
taking a
investigating your charges
screenshot
against Saren.
of what you told
we
me
will
to do,
discuss
so
the
I don't
CSEC
forget.
findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
I mean, all of these are correct to say, to be honest, in this
Saren's a threat
situation.
to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Well, I feel like
Settle
Saren's
down,
a threat
Commander.
to more than just
You've
human
already
colonies
done more than
at
enough to
this
jeopardize
point.
your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might
It's a good
use
way
this
to
as an
get
excuse to
more
keep you out of the
Paragon or
Spectres.
Renegade points too.
Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few
Recommend
things before the hearing.
either.
Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll
The
make
game
sure
is
you
louder
have
than your
clearance
voice.
to get in.
I've tried multiple times to lower
That's why I hate politicians.
the sound so I can be louder, but I'll try again. Let's see if turning it down a little bit more will help. Just because the more that I turn it down, the less I can hear it, so the more I'm having to turn my TV up. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold on 1 minute. Okay, I can turn my headphones up so I can hear my game better. And options. Ah! Quieten down the dialogue a little bit and there we go. Is that a little bit better? Can you guys actually hear me now? Okay, let's see how long it takes for me to get lost or turned around. Not that long, apparently. Though I did want to actually do this interaction.
This
Oops.
is serious. My reputation is at stake. I
I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right. I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash. Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious, you have not heard. You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Fun fact, the voice of the character creation screen actually belongs to the wife of the guy who plays Male Shepherd. I heard that his wife was in this game, but I wasn't sure whereabouts. My fiance is a massive nerd when it comes to this game. He's gone off to get some work done while I try to get up to where we got up to when I was playing with him last night. We were trying to get at least to the point where we could get Garrus onto our team. But then because we were playing on his account, we realized that I wouldn't be able to stream it later, so we were like, okay, we'll just mess around with the game for tonight then, and tomorrow we'll get caught up to where we were on his account. So that's what I'm trying to get done now while he's buggered off.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human. Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Honestly, the fact that the Elcor state what their intended tone is makes things a lot easier to understand for someone like me. Because, like, understanding people's tone correctly, with my autism and the way that it affects me, makes it really awkward to do, but the fact that the Elcor actually state it outright, it's like, okay, I actually prefer talking to you guys with the way that you speak. On that, we both agree.
Tell me more about your species.
Well, I'm glad that I'm not the only one. My fiance said the exact same thing.
My people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
His name's Max, by the way. I don't just call him my fiance all the time, but sometimes if I just use his name out of nowhere, people have no clue who I'm talking about. Sometimes I can understand people's tones, but even I have the same problem. I also do what the Elcor do on occasion. That's pretty cool. Yeah, quite often I have to, like, especially when I'm talking to certain family members, I need to, like, outright tell them what I'm intending my tone to be, because I cannot. Sometimes I'm fine controlling my voice, but it's a thing where it's like it takes a lot of effort to mask my natural tone, so quite often my tone just, like, completely goes overboard or doesn't quite reach where I'm trying to reach, and so I either sound angry when I'm not trying to sound angry, or my voice goes really high pitched like I'm whining. Or I sound really abrasive when I'm not trying to be. It's a bit difficult to get right. Like, sometimes I put so much emphasis into my voice that I've been told I sound like an anime character. But to be honest, I'd rather, if I'm going to put so much effort into masking my voice, then I would rather sound like an anime character than sound like half-assed or something. I find the most need to explain my tone on the internet, as I'm very self-conscious. That makes a lot of sense, especially since when you're on the internet, people really can't always tell what you're intending to say and how you're intending to say it. And so people tend to take away the worst possible intention from your words on the internet. So,
I'd like to know more
yeah,
about the culture of the Elcor.
definitely understandable.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Did I already ask about the Elcor, or was it just a speech I asked about? I can't remember anymore. I think I already asked about it, but I'll ask
Tell me
again.
more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the
Okay,
history
so yeah, I
of
have
my
already
people.
selected that one.
It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
My memory is horrible.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Okay. I will find the consort eventually, but excuse me, sorry. You ever just forget how to swallow? Okay, I'm okay now. My body tried to inhale something it should not be inhaling.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
The voice of Femme Shep, Jennifer Hale, is actually a very good singer. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that she was in The Witch's Ghost. It actually was only recently that I realized that she was the same, she has the same voice actress as, the character for Nora, the female version of the Soul Survivor from Fallout 4. And that she's been in pretty much all of the other Fallout games too. Well, not... Wait, was it that one, or am I misremembering? Receptionist is one of the best minor NPCs in the game. Oh dear, don't spoil too much for me, because my, Max has been trying to keep, like, as much from me as possible so I can explore the game myself, so...
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Saphiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
I do really like
her,
her, though. She seems sweet.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Okay, I need to go and grab something to eat because I have not had lunch yet. I will be back in like 1 minute. Well, more like 2. I'm just gonna grab a snack. So, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I've already gotten myself turned around. Am I going in the right direction or not? Probably not. Like I said, I wasn't betting it to be very long before I got lost in this game. God, these things are so weird.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Was that just the way that I came? Yes, yes it was. No, thank you for the offer, but I'm fine. I get lost, but I like to explore a lot, so that's like just part of me and what I like to do.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
I'm gonna bite my tongue on that one. But fuck you, sir. With all due respect, fuck you. Keep the locations of those mechanical bug things, keepers, in mind. You'll need to find them or for a quest later. I think I started that quest and that was the last time I was able to play the game, because like a few years back we got the game for PC, but my PC was on its way out, and I think that's actually the part that I got up to before it kaputted.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called.
I will try
More
to
like the
remember, but I
underhanded
can't
side
make
of
any
the Council.
promises.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Understandable, but
I'll be going now.
We're trying to help
Goodbye,
you, dude. Not, if it makes you feel better, not all Turian NPCs are stoic and hostile like this guy. Yeah, Max said the same thing, which is cool to see, but at the same time it's like, sometimes when characters come out with things like that, like Ashley says a few things against Turians at some point, I know as well, and I'm just... I don't like when people act that way towards anyone. Like, it's not necessary.
The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she would. She'd be tossed out the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides,
Actually,
the consort's nothing like the girls back on
Novarina
the
and
colonies.
Cora's den. Yeah.
She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk? I didn't say that. Ha! I bet you did too.
Shut up, Fredericks.
Because you need to go to Cora's den, to find someone to tell you where Garrus is so you can get him on the team, I think, don't you? Distrust of aliens runs in the family. Yeah, because of the First Contact War, but like, it kind of feels similar how some of the older people around where I live talk about like the Second World War and that like being used as justification for being racist towards like Japanese people. It just rubs me the wrong way when like an entire group of people are blamed for the actions that people of the same group from decades ago did that had nothing to do with the people that are around now. It just like, I get the psychological reasons, but it still pisses me off when people just feel like that kind of thing can justify them just outright being a bigot.
What do you want? Oh, Commander.
You want to say that again, mate?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What do you want? Excuse? Septimus. I think the name Septimus rings a bell. I think other people have mentioned them before.
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
I love how they really pussyfoot around saying that basically the consort is... From all that I have gathered from what I've played before and what other people have said, it's basically she's a sex worker to some degree, but there's a bit more complicated like side to it. But that's basically the way that everybody seems to like discuss the consort and what her and the people that work with her do. I mean, the consort. Like, what else does that name itself, like, make people think of?
That's fine, Private. Just tell me where to find her.
Sure.
They're all just kind of pussyfooting around saying
Thanks, kid.
that part
Have
out loud.
fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, Max and I have always had this little bit of a joke that, if we were aliens, he would be a Turian, I would be an Asari, his mum would be a Krogan. More sultry counselor, yeah.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
You know who I am?
Your arrival created a bigger-than-average stir among the diplomats and hangers-on around here. There's always something new happening around here. I could fill you in on some points of interest if you'd like.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies, not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort? She entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Yeah. I honestly would not be surprised if the bartender's voice actor voices a good number of other characters within this game and within a bunch of other ones, because there's a bunch of voice actors that are both in this and the Fallout games that appear in all kinds of others, and it's like, I mean, the voice actor who played Nick Valentine in Fallout 4 also voiced the Mr. Handies and what, a third of the different male raiders and gunners and stuff. So it's quite common for video game voice actors to be all over all sorts of different games.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander.
I'm not sure his name either though, so oh, I found another one. So there's one through here at least. Let's see how well I remember any of this though. Am I... Yes. Dyslexia, dyspraxia, autism, ADHD, and fibromyalgia do not make for a good memory.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
I already talked to you at length the last time I was here. Okay, I think I need to get to Citadel Tower first. So I'll go get that over with and deal with the council. Ugh. Alrighty. And Garrus. You guys not gonna talk? Or are you just gonna wait for me to...
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
I love the trill that they add to Turian voices. It sounds really cool without accidentally making them sound like robots. Once I have spoken to the council, I need to leave this stream here.
Ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanna are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
Sorry, I really wanted to be able to hear that dialogue. I've not heard all of it. Yeah, after I've seen the council, I'm gonna need to leave the stream here. But I'll probably be continuing it, later on tonight. It just depends on if I have the energy after making dinner.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander?
Oh, there's another one over here. Okay. Is there anyone else? Or anything else worth seeing around here? Aside from the fountain. Doesn't look like it.
No, I just want to ask a couple of questions.
Pardon me.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me.
Oh.
I read the Eden Prime
My neighbor's
report.
cat has just snuck into my house.
But what can you expect?
Hey, what are you
from
doing
a
in
human?
here? Hey.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Tell me about Bar Levon.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
I should go.
This is where I'm gonna leave it.
I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Okay, so, yeah, if I have the energy to stream later on, with Max, then I will be streaming later on. It just depends on how much energy I have after, you know, I've, made the dinner and settled down. So, if not tonight, then I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!